Hi, my name is Tony Kovatch, and I'm the artist in residence here at Liberty Bellows in Philadelphia. I want to welcome you back to our series of instructional videos for the piano accordion. In our last lesson, we learned how to spell and perform a dominant 9 chord. Today, in our final lesson of this unit, we are going to add yet another chord to our vocabulary, the 7-flat-9 chord, and use it to play the classic jazz tune, Ain't Misbehavin'. Our song of the day is in the key of C major. Our new chord today, the 7-flat-9, is similar to the dominant 9 chord, so let's quickly review. A dominant 9 chord is basically the dominant 7th chord, with the 9th scale degree added. All we need to do to turn this into a flat 9 chord is, you guessed it, flat the 9th, which means we're going to take D and turn it into a D flat. As you can hear, this chord is rather dissonant. Because there is no designated 7-flat-9 chord button in the left hand, let's break it apart and see which pitches we need to voice. Our song of the day uses an A7-flat-9 chord, which is spelled A, C sharp, E, G, and B flat. To get all 5 notes of this chord, we'll need to do some chord combining. Playing A bass and A major gives us an A, C sharp, and E. But to get our G and B flat, we need to reach back to the G diminished 7th button. Because the diminished buttons only play the 1st, 3rd, and 7th of the fully diminished chord, we don't need to worry about the 5th, D, being added. For a less dense sound, a lot of people drop the A major chord button, which means we're left with the notes A, E, G, and B flat. Today we will use this voicing, though you are welcome to play the A major chord button as well. The main feature of the song Ain't Misbehavin' is the use of descending fifths throughout the chord progression. For example, the first 4 chords of the song are C, A7-flat-9, D minor 7, and G7. All of this should come in handy in our song of the day, Ain't Misbehavin'. We're going to start with the chord progression today. A main feature of the chord progression for Ain't Misbehavin' is that chords are usually only played for 2 beats. We're going to start by playing the same sequence we practiced in the warm-up. C, A7-flat-9, D minor 7, and G7. After that, we play C, and then go to C7, F major, and F minor. So that's C, C7, F, and F minor. The whole first line sounds like this. C, A7-flat-9, D minor 7, G7. C, C7, F, F minor. Then we go through that same sequence again. C, A7-flat-9, D minor 7, G7. This next sequence involves lots of descending fifths, so we're going to move from row to row towards the flat side of the instrument. We're going to start with E7, and then we'll play A9, D9, and G9. Let's review all of that. C, A7-flat-9, D minor 7, G7. C, C7, F, F minor. C, A7-flat-9, D minor 7, G. Then E7, A9, D9, G9. The next part of the A section is identical to the first section, except for the last 4 chords. You're going to play C, F, C, and E7. In the next section, we're going to break our roll as far as chord rhythm goes. We're going to play each one for 4 beats, and we're going to play bass chunk instead of the straight quarter notes. That's going to be A minor, F7, D7, and A7. Then we go back to our quarter note chunks, and the chords are going to change every 2 beats. You're going to play G major for 2 beats. Then you're going to go through a sequence of descending fifths starting on E7, A minor 7, D7, G7. Then A9, D9, and G9. So the entire B section will sound like this. A minor, F7, D7, A7, G, E7, A minor 7, D7, G7, A9, D9, G9. And the song ends with another reiteration of the A section. The only difference is the last few chords. Right here we're going to play C, F, and then C major 9. Okay, so by now you're probably pretty familiar with the melody. You're going to start with your thumb on C. Then you're going to shift up to your thumb on G. Notice that crossover at the end. Here's that phrase again. That puts us in a great position to play our thumb on C in the next phrase. With the chords, it sounds like this. The next phrase is identical except for the very last note. Instead of ending on an E, we're going to end on a C. The beginning of the B section is built around a single motif, C, A, C, A. You play that 3 times in a row, and when you get to the 4th one, you play a C sharp. Notice each measure starts with a rest. You're always going to hear the bass note first. Then you shift up to play D. Here's the entire B section. And the final A phrase that we play is identical to the others, except for the last note, which is a high C. Let's put it all together. Congratulations, you have just completed How to Play a 120 Bass Accordion, as well as the entire series. Stay tuned for masterclass lessons with Rob Curto. Thanks for watching.